Hi everyone, I'm Melissa with Midnight Hour Oil, and I wanted to share with you a few things that my friend Gloria has received from the Lord, and some research I've done on these things that are pointing us to some I believe relevant times for us to be watching. So Gloria had texted me yesterday, I believe it was, telling me that she had been given a dream. And now Gloria typically has visions, but she said she's been having more dreams lately. And she said in the dream, I was about to give birth to twins. All right. And when she shared that, immediately I was reminded of the constellation Gemini and how it is referred to as twins. And I knew that Rhonda Empson had had a dream about that. And so I reached out to Rhonda and I was asking her if she had any insights on that, like if that constellation is coming into alignment in a prophetic way anytime soon. Well, Rhonda reached out to Todd from It Is Finished, and I knew Todd had done a video on it. I was watching one of his videos about it, but when Rhonda talked to him, he explained that the term Gemini actually indicates the bride and groom, a bride and groom. All right, and he told her that that this constellation is coming into alignment in the heavens the 20th to the 21st, which is the winter solstice. And so I'm not 100% sure what might happen at that time. I just feel the Lord is saying to be watching. And again, I want to preface when the Lord shows us a time period to be watching, most of the time it is to alert us to a prophetic event or a sign that is pointing to the soon return of Jesus for his church, not necessarily the rapture. Could it be the time of the rapture? Well, of course, the Lord could come and get us, at any given time. But I believe that he is pointing us to be watching for these major prophetic events that are unfolding and signs in the heavens. So please understand that when I'm saying watch for at a certain time, yes, we're watching for the rapture, but we're also watching for the prophetic signs to unfold. And we're seeing those unfold, just at a very high rate of speed right now. It's almost incredible just how quickly things are unfolding. But anyway, the second thing I wanted to talk about was animal behavior. Now, I don't know if you have pets or not, but I didn't share this in the video I did on the train whistles, but when I shared, I think the last video I did was about how that train, I felt like it was right at my front door, and I was hearing the whistles that night at 1:30 in the morning. Well, either the night before that incident or the night after, we have a cat who's about 11 or 12 years old, and he came to our bedroom door, and he was just scratching at it, and he was meowing, and we yelled for him to be quiet, threw a pillow at the door. That cat would not stop. And then I thought, well, maybe he's trying to warn us about something. So I got up, and again, it was about 1:30 in the morning, and I went out and petted him and calmed him down, and he was fine and went on his merry way. But it was like there was something stirring in him to wake me up at that time. But I know from talking to Rhonda that she had, this past 2 weeks, her cat has been sitting on her lap like every day, which is so unusual that even her husband and son took note of it. And then my friend Gloria had reminded me that a few months back, the Lord told her specifically as she was coming down the steps, she has 2 cats and 2 Yorkshire Terriers. The Lord said, basically, when we come up to that time where, the time of the rapture, the animals will know. The animals will know. And so I believe our pets are definitely an indicator of things for us that are happening in the spirit realm. I think they have that sensitivity. And I think my cat Riley definitely was alerting us to something going on in the spirit realm. But at the same time, okay, the Bible does talk about a time when God will call the animals to come against mankind, against the wicked. And I believe we may be seeing that unfold now. Gloria had pointed out an article where a woman had been attacked by her own dogs. So these demons that are coming on the earth, these high-level demons, I believe they may be very well coming against animals too. I know Barry Scarborough, in his one video that he did a few days ago, talked about a dream where this lynx, like a predator cat, was coming after his dogs. So, yeah, I think we're seeing this begin to unfold too, with the animals coming against humans. I personally just went and anointed all of my pets, my cats, and I just made a declaration of protection over them, and you may want to do the same with yours. But yeah, I just think these are some things where the Lord's just saying, hey, just be watching. I know some of you may listen to Sabrina Nasivan. She had shared with me the other day, I don't think she'd mind me telling you this, that she had a dream and she looked up in the heavens and saw a door. All right. And the Lord, she asked the Lord, like, why he was showing her a door. And it was, he told her to watch the door. And if you had seen my video about, the vision I had with the bowling pins and the door and it all being connected with the strike, for Sabrina to be shown the door and be told to watch the door, well, we know the Bible tells us that Jesus is the door. He is the gate. So when that door opens, okay, it's like all hell is going to break loose. So now is the time, people. If you don't know the Lord, now is the time to give your life to Jesus. Now is the time to surrender lordship. Romans 10:9. If you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. It is not the time to continue to remain in this place of indecision. If you're in that place where you've contemplated giving your life to the Lord but just haven't, I encourage you to do that now. We cannot rely on the faith of anyone else. When that time comes, the only thing that makes us worthy is the blood of Jesus. And the only way that blood is applied to our lives is if we surrender personally to Jesus. It's not going to matter if your parents are saved. It's not going to matter if your brother and sister are saved. It's not going to matter if your pastor or your neighbors are saved. What's going to matter is if you know Jesus. That's all that's going to matter on that day. So I encourage you to not delay. I do not believe we have much time. We know we're in that season, and we are watching closely for the Lord to come and get us at any moment. So with that, it is always my prayer that we will all continue to keep our lamps burning bright while we wait for Jesus. I love you all. God bless you.